see your peopledom. I don't see your names up
Yo,
here.
it's the Healthy Habits and Lifestyle Coach
Wait,
Joe Bonnie. Y'all, welcome back to another Herbal Tea Thursday. Shireen, we in this thing, baby.
wait. Do you see your name up there? Because I don't see your. Is that yours? Okay, okay. I couldn't see. It shows an E. Is that you? So
So we're gonna
weird.
do it one more time. It's your Healthy Habits and Lifestyle Coach, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Herbal Tea Thursday. It's your Wellness Live series with your co-host, me, Giovanni, and my girl.
What up, everyone? It's Shreen. And I am the founder and owner of blackprint.com, the host of Voices and Vibes, the co host of Herbal Tea Thursday with my girl, and the owner of Perspective Studio Productions. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday, Shireen.
What you drinking today, girl? Without saying the
Girl,
brand.
some coconut water.
Ooh. Girl, I'm drinking some peach juice. Some peach juice. Yep, that's what I got. That's what I got.
Girl,
The
guess
place.
what?
What's that?
I said guess.
Yeah, I don't know. And I have no
It's
guesses.
102 days raw, baby.
How do you feel?
Vibrant.
That's awesome.
And next week, where we gonna be?
We are going to be in the ATL next week. We are getting out of where we live and going to visit some new friends and catch up with our accountability sisters. So next week, the wellness win. Hey, I'm wondering, like, are we going to do this next week from the event?
Why wouldn't we?
Okay. I mean, it's 8 p.m. Okay. We going live from ATL next week. And guess what? Everybody? We're going to be sitting together. We will be on this together next week. That's awesome. Giovanni, I have a question for you.
You have a question for moi? Tell me, Shireen.
What, my friend? Where's she going?
I'm right here.
What is your wellness win for this week, Miss Giovanni?
Are we starting with the wellness win already? My
Yeah.
wellness win for this week is that I reached the triple digits on my raw journey. I am
Wow.
now on day 102.
2.
And I
Amazing.
almost went and ordered me about 3 things of fries from
As a celebration?
the manifest after day 100. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning and I wanted some French fries. And I was like, well, I made it to 100 days. Do I go ahead and get the fries?
Yeah.
But I didn't. I started thinking about how sometimes when I used to get French fries, my stomach would hurt. And I wondered what kind of grease they dropped the fries in. And being that I'm so, tries to stay away from gluten and I don't eat meat, it's probably the same type of grease that they drop their chicken in or, other things. So I was just kind of like, is it really worth it to go and get the fries just because I'm craving them and want them? And I was just like, nah, I ain't going to get fries. Let me keep staying locked in. And I still feel really, really good. And I love it. Yo!
Misha's
Look at
celebrating.
Misha. Mrs. Williams. So what's your
Ooh.
wellness win? Besides the fact that you celebrated her birthday.
Who's celebrating birthday?
Tamisha.
Tamisha's your birthday? You are a fellow Cancerian. Hey. When is her birthday? Today?
Nope, I think it was yesterday.
Oh, happy belated, girl. Happy belated.
Let's see what she puts in the
let's hit us with your wellness win.
Yeah, along with her wellness win. So what's your wellness win, Shereen?
I think for me, honestly, my wellness win is probably like just speaking up for myself when I need to for this week. Because I needed to do that today. I had to do that today. And I didn't really want to take it there, but and I think that it's just okay to express yourself when you're not happy with things, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? I think it's okay to do that. So I think my wellness win is actually just speaking up for myself when I need to.
I love it. I love it. And
Mhm.
sometimes that can be kind of hard to really speak up for yourself.
Depending on who you're talking to.
Exactly. And what you don't want to happen in regards to like things shifting. But I think it's
Mhm.
beautiful to speak up for yourself and advocate for yourself, because if you don't, then who will? And if you don't show
Exactly.
people how to respect you and how to, truly handle you, then you're just allowing that type of disrespect and
You're
stuff
kinda
to
just saying it's okay, right? And it's
yeah,
not.
and it's not at all.
Yeah.
Let's go with the 42
Okay. Oh, wow. Congratulations, girl. We
vibes.
are
Yeah.
Cancerian. Next week, Tamisha, is my birthday. So we are fellow Cancerians. I've been meeting a lot of Cancers this week. You wanna get right into this, check-in cards, girl?
Before we check in,
Mhm.
y'all, just want to be able to send the thing in the chat. Y'all, if you're not subscribed to our channels, please go and do that now. So if you're watching on Facebook, slide to YouTube. The links are in the description of our
Love that.
event live right now. Subscribe
Mhm.
to Black Print Com. Subscribe to Forward Vibrations. Click that notification bell so you never miss when we drop an episode with Voices and Vibes or the Empowered Plates Empowered
Our
Lives
lives.
podcast. And
Mhm.
guess what? This week, yesterday, I dropped episode 42 on the Empire Place
Oh,
Empire
wow, the same as her
podcast,
birthday.
the same as my cousin's
Oh, I
birthday.
love
Yeah.
that. I love that.
So make sure you subscribe to our channel, y'all. We got
Yeah,
videos, we got podcast episodes, we got behind the scenes, we got mukbangs. Don't miss anything. Come
absolutely.
show us some love and subscribe to our channel. So
Love that.
thank
Love that.
y'all. Go ahead and pull that card, Shireen. Dang, Shireen just took herself out the whole studio, y'all. I said pull the card, and she pulled herself out of the entire episode. So
I hit I hit the button and it just went that way. You know when you hit something and your screen just changes screens and it went right back, right out. Anyhow, let's get going with our check-in cards. So one thing you might be rushing right now, Giovanni. What's one thing
one
you might
thing I might be rushing right now
Mhm.
is my process to hurry up and create something else for my target audience without really taking the time to step back, figure out what it is that they need, figure out what it is that I believe is valuable, and how to make sure that the next thing I create, I put out there, they know it's specifically for them and it's full of value. So, not rushing to hurry up and create another product for my target audience just to get something else out there.
Yeah.
That is something that I felt I was rushing, and I was just like, don't rush that. It's a
I slow
journey.
it down a bit.
Be intentional about what you're putting out and not just trying to hurry up and put something out. So
Mhm.
I would say that. What about you?
I feel like pricing is always a thing. So,
Ooh,
especially with me, there's different things, there's different elements of the studio that I know we're going to like services that we're going to be offering. So it's like it takes kind of long to like get to the right pricing because I don't really want to be changing my pricing all the time. But it's like you want to charge your value, you want to charge what you're worth, but you don't want to like overcharge. Like you want it to be so you don't necessarily I was going to say you want it to be affordable, but your audience will find you. Um so pricing, I feel like I take kind of long with pricing. Um mm, I feel like I'm rushing with time too. So I don't know. That's one thing. We have one more card. So if anybody wants to share in the chat,
I
one
would love,
thing
would love to hear that.
yeah,
So
they
we're looking
feel
for
that
a
they might be
wellness
rushing
in
right
the chat
now.
and one thing that they feel they're rushing. So you two
Mhm.
things in on the chat. If you're live, we're ready to see it
Mhm.
right now. If you're watching this and we're not live, we still want to see
Wanna
it. So
hear
make
from
sure you
you.
still
Absolutely.
drop that comment in
Mm.
the chat. One thing that you feel you're rushing right now, and then your wellness win
Win
for
for the
this
week. Yeah.
spring.
So we have one more check-in card,
Before we
and this
go to
one is
that, before we
what?
go to
What? Sorry. Go ahead.
You know what came to mind when you said like pricing and changing?
No.
Do, do you know like the price of like bread has changed?
Girl, the price of everything in the grocery store is
Exactly.
ridiculous.
So I kind of almost thought about the word you always like to say, it starts with the S.
Semantics.
Exactly. So that's what pricing is. So find the price. And when you
Ooh,
say affordable, like what's affordable to someone who like that's also just kind of like what is affordable?
interesting.
Like that's not
Yeah.
even really a concept that I feel like we should consider when we're talking pricing for something that we're putting a price on. So I feel like if
Mm,
you feel like based on the time you put in it, what your fee is for your time, how much it costs you to even get that together, what it costs to all the resources that
girl,
go inside of
that
that.
part.
That is what you price on, and you just focus on that. When you're trying to think about other people and their affordability for what it is that you have, the grocery store not asking you how much you made this week.
They
But
are
they're
not.
asking for some fruits or some vegetables, and they know you clearly need that to, you know,
Hmm.
feed your family. They're not asking those questions at the cash register when they ring you up and you don't have it.
No, they're like, if
So
you don't
I
have
would just
enough, you
say,
either take something off.
you need me to put something back for you? What
Yeah,
you
you can leave it
need?
right here. We'll pick it
Or
up for
you
you. We'll
walk
get
right
somebody
on
to pick
out
it
of
up.
there. So I say, keep it simple, sis, when it comes to the
Mm-hmm.
pricing. And you can change it if you want to, but as long as you have a logic and a reason behind why your price is your price, then that's
Yeah,
what it is. And the people who pay that your price want what it is that you have to offer.
I like that. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Cause I think about even like giving a quote for something where I feel like I'm taking long to do it. My daughter is always like, "Oh, mom, you move too slow." Yesterday, I had someone come in the studio and show me how to put on makeup, and at one point, she's like, "Oh, yeah, you're going kind of slow," and I was like, "I am." Sorry,
Don't
I
rush.
didn't know.
Did you just hear yourself? Don't rush. That's what the
Right,
card
right,
says.
right. The card saying,
Okay,
"Don't rush." I'm trying to learn.
Carla agree. Thank
I'm
you,
trying to
Carla,
learn.
for agreeing.
Right.
Throw
Thank you,
Carla up
Carla.
there. Throw Carla up there. Thank you, Carla, for coming through and agreeing.
Thank
Now,
you,
Carla,
Carla.
don't forget to drop your wellness win, something you're
Mhm.
proud of that you were able to accomplish, even if it was just getting out of the bed, or
Yeah.
pushing yourself through the day, or eating a fruit or vegetable, or walking when you could have just laid down. I don't know. Give us your wellness win, and then
Yeah.
tell us one thing you've been rushing.
Well, Carla says Russian doesn't I can't actually see. Oh,
Alicia.
Russian doesn't get me anything different than when I take my time. Rushing might
Mm.
have me miss something important. That's so true,
I
Carla.
love that, Tamisha. Come
Yeah.
on,
Oh,
42
that
vibes.
was Tamisha. That wasn't Carla. That was Tamisha.
Yeah,
I
it
thought it
was.
was Carla.
As
Tamisha, you're
long
right.
as long as you didn't kick yourself out of the studio, I was okay. I
Listen,
corrected you.
gave you guys some quality time that you guys not you needed. Look. All right. So,
I love that one, Tamisha. Be present and really enjoy the
absolutely.
process of whatever it is you're doing or what you're creating. Because just rushing just to hurry up and get something done, you might miss an important detail, or you might miss a detail for yourself to truly like continue to evolve that you wouldn't have got had you not slowed down.
Mhm.
So I love that. I love that response to the card. Go ahead, Shireen. You got the next one.
I do. It's funny because I feel like I'm trying to rush this call
Don't
because
rush it. It's okay.
you sure?
It's, I'm sure.
Okay, because yeah, I'm sitting here
Yes,
like
sir.
trying to keep going. 'Cause I do feel like I'm rushing because I know that there's like a time thing.
No,
But
you good. Come on. Let's
all
be
right,
present.
coolio. What was your favorite activity as a child? Do you remember?
I would have to say dancing. So if it wasn't
Ooh,
dancing, at Miss Libby's School of Dance, it was definitely dancing with my cousins because we used to make up like our own dances. So I
mhm.
would probably say, you know what, I'll say that one first. I would say dancing with my cousins first, and then second would be dancing with Miss Libby's School of Dance. So that
That
was
is
my favorite
interesting.
thing to do as a child. Like I love to dance with my cousins. I like
Mhm.
to dance, but I don't like to create like do the choreography. So
The
like my cousins
choreography.
did that, but I enjoy like that time with my cousins with like it was I don't know. I loved it. Like I'm glad we had that question.
That's an interesting response. I actually enjoyed I danced as well, and I enjoyed the choreography, but I wasn't gonna say dancing. I was taking it back to like what it says. What is your favorite child activity as a child? And anyone, if you want to answer this, you want to participate as well, please drop it in the chat as well. Oh, I was actually gonna say my favorite thing was playing hide and go seek as a kid. I was going to give you my play. My favorite thing was playing hide and go seek, but since you brought up dancing, I enjoy dancing as well. But I would say that my dancing was more about dancing like the African dancing to the drums because I feel like the drums just like guide my spirit. Like I just want to move with it. So that's how I felt. That's what I was going to share.
We
For
play
my
hide and go
favorite.
seek too. We love to play hide and go seek when it was dark outside.
Yeah.
We did outside, and then we also play hide and go seek in the house. Like, that's when you start
That's
like
what we did. We play hide and go seek in the house. Like,
closets, behind doors. Yeah.
girl, what
So when you said that, we love to play hide and go seek. You know what else? We love to play mall outside. Like we would take the
mall?
leaves off the trees, take the
Yeah.
leaves off the trees and different ones, and we would go like behind. You know how like you have like the air conditioning unit type thing on the outside of the house that you can hear running. Like
Yeah.
the AC. We would go behind that, and we would be paying like whoever was working at the mall at the cash register to go get that and get like the little red things off the tree and be like, yeah, we're eating this. I'm at the food court. So we would play mall outside. So
I love
I love
that.
to play that. So hide and go seek outside and playing mall was pretty dope.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I like that. So I see that Tamisha is saying being outside without worries or cares as a child. That girl, kids out, I don't think they play the way we played because I lived outside, lived outside. If I was at Parks and Recs, we used to ride our bikes so much. And then I would like always ride to like a park. I don't know. Did you ever lay down in the grass and just watch the clouds go by and like imagine what they could be? I lived looking up in the sky.
We didn't do all of that, but girl, my
No.
granddaddy was in the army, and so he had like his army tent in the backyard. We would go out there and say like we were forking it out. At Tamisha's house, they would have
Yeah.
a trampoline, so we would go
Woo.
trampoline out there. We used to have a go-kart that we all had to share.
Girl,
So
we
we had
had a
to take
go-kart too.
turns. We had to take turns on it when it wasn't broken down because it wasn't ideal.
Well, my friend had a go-kart. We didn't have a go-kart. My friend he built it from scratch. But like we helped with a few things and then we would ride it to McDonald's because his brother worked at McDonald's. So we go get some free fries.
Ours was probably built from scratch too, because it sure didn't look like the ones at Walmart. I'll tell you that. Straight.
I love that. I love that. And let's see what Carla has, I think, a win.
Carla did. I was over here like clapping silently, waiting for you to put that on. Let's go.
Oh. So I made 10,000 steps today. I believe that the only thing I'm rushing would be to eat more vegetables.
Come through.
10,000 steps is a lot.
That anti-inflammatory guide so you can get what you need off that guide, get you some interesting ideas, man. And then Carla, also, if you follow me on any platform, or you can even write send a message on this YouTube. I got a plant-based alternative guide I can send you to. Like, girl, that has so many different recipes on it for sure, not just juice and smoothies. But let me know, Carla. So since you rushed into the fruits and vegetables,
rush to it, girl. As long as they're real. As long as they're real.
I love that, girl. Carla, tap in the chat and let us know how you felt after reaching those 10,000 steps. Because man, when those endorphins start flowing, Shireen, it'd be a whole nother person up in that body once you hit 10K.
I seen somebody running today and I was like, and he's on the bigger side and he was running. And I was like, "Ooh, look at you. You doing what I need to do. You go."
But see, you used to be a runner. I never was a runner. I was a dancer.
I will totally check it out. You go ahead, Carla.
Girl, yes. Get the guide. It's in the description of my YouTube channel. So I don't know if you watch it on Shireen's or mine, but wait till after we finish and you can go to mine and click it, get that guide, but also let me know. Matter of fact, once you get the guide, I'll see your email and I'll send you the plant-based alternative guide too, if you like. I'm proud of you, Carla. Let's go. Tamisha and Carla.
I'm saying that. So, Giovanni.
She had the biggest smile, Shireen.
Hold on. I just had to navigate away from the screen for a minute.
Okay, don't you leave us though.
No. I'm just trying to pull up our talk for today.
So our talk for today is how do you avoid a scarcity
Mindset.
mindset. That is what we're
Mhm.
talking today. How do you
Mhm.
avoid a scarcity
Mm.
mindset? What's another word that comes to mind, Shireen, when you say scarcity?
Lack of.
There you go. That's the first thing I
It's
thought of too. Lack.
Yeah, lack of. I
Lack.
think it's like living in this energy or being scared of the energy. And it wasn't just a scarcity mindset, it's as a new business owner, right? Because we're both new business owners and we're putting this investment into the business, what we're trying to grow out here. And it takes time before you start to see that ROI. So, you
That
know,
return of investment.
absolutely, that return of investment, and it can feel a little discouraging when you're looking at, "All right, I got this to pay, I got th" when you're not when you don't have a balance sheet, like the cash flow is only flowing one way, and we're waiting for it to flow back the other way. So we're putting in all that investment, and it's gonna naturally come back, but it's like, just really trying to navigate that and not be for me, I want to not be on in that energy because like what you put out is what you're attracting to you, right? Yeah, yeah.
Agreed. So when I think of scarcity mindset, I definitely think of a lack. But I know we're going to talk about how to avoid a scarcity mindset as business owners. But even before I became a business owner, I had that scarcity mindset, even about being an entrepreneur. I was
Mhm,
like, do I really want to? How do I really want to take that risk to even start a business, figure out how to even make it profitable? And then
mhm,
how profitable will it ever get? Like how much money would I even, get from having my own business? And so for me, I had a scarcity mindset about what it was to even be an entrepreneur. It was I'd rather go to a job,
mhm.
put in my time so they can give me my dimes. That I know is secure because I put in the time. So I know for a fact the money is going to be there. The check is coming, whether
Yeah,
it's
it's
the 15th
reliable.
of every month, every 2 weeks. I know the money is coming because I put in my time. My dimes are coming. I didn't have to worry about that. But when you
Mhm,
start talking about business, I had that
mhm,
scarcity mindset. It was, I've never ran a business before. I
mhm.
don't know how to navigate this. Who is going to make sure and ensure that I'm successful? I've seen
Yeah.
a lot of
You,
businesses that make it. I have exactly like
you.
at the end of the day, it is, and then you don't know how long it's going to take. Putting in
Mhm.
a lot of time and a lot of dimes, not knowing when it's going to be
When you're gonna
profitable,
blow.
let alone hitting the financial goals you would like to see over time, and when all of that is goes back to what we talked about earlier, the process, like
Yeah.
not rushing the process. Like you're going to get there, but you have to build a foundation first. And so I just wanted to say that before even starting a business, before then I thought about the
Mhm,
lack of and how long that lack would be if I were
mhm.
to pursue something, not knowing that no matter how long I put in the time, I don't know when those dimes
It's
were
gonna
going to
come
come.
back. It's interesting because I had a client in here, she just did a live right before we went live, and she had a talk, about, do you dip your toes in or do you jump right in the pool? And I was just listening as I'm, like, doing the behind the scenes work for her, and then I had to jump into my personal, Facebook so I could comment in her feed. Because sometimes it's like you're getting this message that you didn't even know you needed to hear, and the one thing that really stood out is, like, when we're sitting in that mindset, it prevents us from doing things and we miss out on opportunities, right? So even like going into next week, um, us having to be very intentional about what we want to get out of it. Sure, we've said that before, but also from a like from a financial standpoint, like what financially can we get from it? Right? You guys were in this morning's morning meetup and they talked about, come sell your stuff if you have stuff. This whole week has actually been a theme about money. How much money did you make? What does that cash flow look like? What can you do to make it um better or bigger and better? And as new ones, somebody had said, "Well, I don't have anything as yet. So, I don't really have anything to contribute." Right? And for me, I'm like, the days go by so fast. There's so much to do. trying to focus on the money making activities, but sometimes you have to do the things that are supporting building the community, right? So you have to try not to you have to try to ground yourself mentally and just you're saying you know you didn't use these words, but I know when my son played basketball, the coach used to always say trust the process, right? But when the bills are due, what day is it today? The 27th. And on the 1st, we got a couple of other bills due. You trust in the process, but you want it to come along a little bit faster. But I truly do not want to be vibrating on a frequency where it is from a scarcity mindset, because I'm very conscious of that energy that's radiating, right? I don't remember the exact law that is. There's a law of attraction, but the law of, I don't remember what it's called, but what you seek is seeking you, right? So we are doing the work, and you got to do the work. It's just not just seeking you out here, not doing nothing. But, we are doing the work and we're seeking the abundance. And that abundance is like, where's Shareen and Giovanni? Where's Tamisha? Where's Carla? So it's coming right for you, but it's also about keeping yourself on that frequency level, because energy does not recognize positive or negative. It just gives you whatever you're giving it, right?
Right. And so, like you said, the word that I was looking for, and it's abundance. And a lot of times when you think about abundance, people think tangible things,
That's not always it.
how much money is in the bank, as if money is going to free you of other things that you really need to be freed from. But when you think about abundance, it's really that mindset of when you say, I want to live in abundance, I deserve to live in abundance. Abundance is my birthright. What does that really look like for you? And what does that abundance looks like for you daily? And how are you making sure you are aligning in that abundance that you already possess? And so that's what kind of came to mind when you were talking about like the law of attraction, abundance, and then like energy doesn't know positive or negative. But let's tap in. Recently, what have you experienced this week that has allowed you to say, Shireen, I need you to avoid having a scarcity mindset. Make sure you don't get into that.
Well, I think that I'm being very conscious of my words and how my words, because my words is going to start that my thinking, my words, and then how I feel about it. So if I go back to when Donnie had us working on our vision boards, one of the methodologies she said was like, if somebody out here wants like a new vehicle, go get the keys to that vehicle that you want, go for a test drive, and that feeling that you get when you're in that car, when you put that that excitement, that energy that you felt when you were in that car driving, you take those keys, if it's not keys, the keychain, and put it on your vision board. And when you look at that vision board, you remember that feeling. So that way you're radiating that energy vibe. So when you say like, what am I trying to avoid? I'm actually just trying to be very mindful of the words that I use so that they do not have a negative connotation to them. So I'm not sitting in that energy of that negative connotation. Right. So instead of saying I want, girl, we are already abundant. It's not about we are already abundant. We are abundant. Heck, everybody in this chat.
Every day. Living in abundance. If not, you wouldn't have been able to be here right now.
Girl, financially, healthy, all the abundance, all of them.
A phone, a computer.
Right. Who is it that was looking for the fruit? Tamisha looking for the fruit, or Carla looking for the fruit. We all full of abundance. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Tamisha getting to see 42. I know people who never saw 42.
My stepmom. I do too. I didn't even think about that till you said that. Shoot. Yeah. Yeah. Girl, out here in abundance.
Agreed. So my question was, anytime this week, what has allowed you to make sure, you're like, let me stay clear of any type of.
For me, it's not clear of, it's when I feel something or I'm feeling like a lack of,
Mhm.
I'm changing what I say. So if I
Did
say
anything
something,
happen this week that made you feel a lack of, though?
I mean, just even being in, it's not like the bills are due. Right? The
Gotcha,
bills are due.
gotcha.
We're about to go travel. There's things that need to get done. So there's always like something, right? But even like being in the call this week where we're looking at cash flow. Okay. Last month I was actually surprised when I looked at my cash flow. I was like, "Ooh." And then this month I know I didn't execute all of the ideas, right? So just even looking at that, cuz you see your dips, right? And I'm a full-time entrepreneur,
When I
so
dip, you dip, we dip.
I don't even want us to dip. At this point, we stand on our toes. We on our
Yo,
toes,
tippy
honey, we ain't
toe.
dipping. We're just on our toes, 10 toes down. We standing. We ain't dipping. There's no squatting over here.
In the dip, you find resilience.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not trying to be doing no dipping. At least not too far. So I don't know, Giovanni, it's I can't say
This sounds, I
spec-
get it. That makes sense.
yeah.
Like you said it. You answered it. I think for me, it goes back to what I talked about prior to me even considering entrepreneurship.
Mhm.
And then once I put it out there, it was like, oh my goodness, you'll never truly understand your value and what you're powerful of until you start working for yourself, until you start figuring out how to put
Girl.
more of yourself into the world, and how just your life alone is worthy of being able to help other people, empower other people, inspire other people just by what you've gone through. But
Yeah.
then having that heart of service and wanting to serve a cause
Mhm.
bigger than yourself, it's like you don't necessarily get to do that when you're working for somebody else and
Yeah.
you're dedicated to a time frame of what you put in. So embracing this entrepreneurship journey, becoming a healthy habits and lifestyle coach, because it was in my healthy habits and lifestyle changes that I was able to reduce symptoms of stage 4 endometriosis, polycystic ovary syndrome, adenomyosis, and those two fibroids they found at surgery in March 2020. It was like, you know what? I'm seeing a whole lot of other people struggling with some of the same symptoms and then symptoms I had never even experienced. I'm
Mhm.
finding so much relief. Let me just put myself out there, and let
Yeah.
me see who else could be empowered by really changing their lifestyle and how it would feel, how their body would feel, how would their body respond. And it's really getting to know yourself. Um, and so as I was doing, it was like, okay, well, I'm seeing everybody else on social media. You know, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're having this audience. Like it was just like a lot was happening. And then everyone is saying, oh, I can help you. I can help you get your business here. I can help you get your business there. And then everything is coming with a cost. And it just
Yeah,
seems like
girl.
just like that cost of bread rises. It's like now
Mhm.
the price of being able to have people help you in your
Rises.
entrepreneurship journey on the stuff
Mhm.
that you don't know, because there's so much you don't know, the cost is getting higher and higher. And then it's
Yeah.
like, okay, so where are you putting your focus? Are you aligning with your abundance? And are you trying to attract people who really are going to see the value in your business, the value in your role, the power that you have to do what it is you're doing? Find that
Mhm.
person, and whatever their price is, call it an investment into yourself and
Yep.
trust the process and be present to push through. And when that right person came for me, there
Mhm.
wasn't a thought of scarcity. It was
Mhm.
like, hey, I'm not going to be scared to be
Mhm.
able to be all in on me, because I know this is purposeful. But to be able to
Mhm.
be on a call with someone else who understands that what I'm doing is purposeful and there's value in what I have to go on, and they just want to help me lay a foundation, I knew that that was okay. And I was okay making that investment because I know that I had
Mhm.
the right person to help me with my business. And
Yeah.
so I would have to say that's the most recent entrepreneurship opportunity, when it was like, this isn't a lack. This is somebody who loves
It's gonna
helping other
contribute.
people
Mhm.
and want to see me be successful. And so on Monday, when I had my check-in meeting, I have just been, since April, I have just been seeing myself grow and
Oh,
evolve and
I
see
love
my
that.
business grow and evolve. And I'm grateful to have you on that journey too, not just with our lives, but like with my Shopify
Mhm.
journey too, as well as my accountability and the ideas. Like, you never say, you know what, Jamani, I could charge you a fee for that. This is consulting. No, like, you believe in what I'm doing and you believe in me and you love me, that's you're not charging me the prices of the inflation that's
A
going up. Like,
bread.
it's
A bread.
right. That
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
And so it's just like a beautiful thing. So I'm seeing my evolution. I'm trusting the process. I'm excited that the foundations of my business are starting to get laid. I'm excited that systems are starting to come in place. And then today, speaking of Shopify, I got somebody that got a mug, and they were so excited
That's
that they have a
awesome.
4 Vibrations mug off of Shopify. And I was just like,
Let's
oh,
go. Let's
snap.
go.
Let's go. And so
Right?
I was excited because it's like when someone's excited to have a piece of your brand, it's
Yes.
like they understand what you're doing and they believe in what you're doing. And so
Yeah.
that right there was like, why live in a scarcity mindset or even
Yeah.
think about lack or scarcity when you're already abundant? Like, we started this
Already.
conversation high, like every day we're already abundant, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm just grateful that we had this conversation, because sometimes it's humbling. And it's that inside, sometimes it's that fear, uncertainty, and doubt that makes you think there's a lack when there's nothing but love. And so I just say to anyone who might have felt like they needed to make sure they do everything in their power to avoid a scarcity mindset, do it, because you're already abundant.
It makes
Just
me,
trust the process.
it reminds me of that emoji where it's that person that's digging for like treasures, like gems and things, and when they give up kind of thing, and they're right there. So, we make the investment if we have it. Even if I did charge you, then you make the decision on, is this an investment that you can put in right now? Do you need this right? Like, you prioritize where your money's going, right? But you're not coming from again the place of scarcity, but also I'm not out here just giving all my time and not charging people, because if I say, well, Giovanni, girl, it's time, and you're like, Shireen, here's the link, girl. Because I don't even have to finish it. Here's the link, girl. Let's go. I'm paying you, right? It's not, Giovanni, I'm gonna need you to do this for me for free. And so
Not at all.
you do one or two for free, but then we're still here supporting, but we're supporting each other, we're supporting other people, we're supporting, and then we also kind of come back and say, hey, this person has what you need, or let's help each other out with what we have. So yeah, we're not always charging, and then sometimes we are charging, right? But the same way we put
Or
it
we're not
into a
even charging. We're like pouring money into our friends and their businesses and being sponsors.
exactly,
And like, it comes
absolutely.
in
We're
a
standing
different
up how we
stream.
need to. We're standing
Mm-hmm.
up how we need to for each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Yes.
supporting each other that way. Yeah, support is key.
Support is key.
It
Most
absolutely
definitely.
1000%.
Support is key.
1000. Yeah.
That's why we're making sure we are going to come back with our notes from next week, because we know that you said you're over the World WH League, or you're over a state, the South Carolina rep, and you want to understand how to get brand sponsorships. We coming right back to
With
give
some
you.
information.
Yep. You
Yeah, we're
rock with
going
us through the agenda. We coming back. Like, that's the whole point of our wellness series. Like, we're just making sure that we as people are doing well, vibrant, health wise, as well as what we're doing out here on business fronts, and
absolutely.
as corporations or entities. We want us all to grow. We want us all to be able to
Absolutely.
flourish.
Yeah. And you know what I think we should do is, like, if our audience wants to also share what businesses that they're working on, like, share that stuff. You don't, even if you don't share it today, cuz I know we're coming down to the end, but share what you're working on, share what your goals are. Like, let's talk about that. If it's not next week, it's another week. Giovanni and I will figure out the time to have that conversation, but like, get prepared, cuz we want to share that with you. We want to support you in that sense, but let us know even afterwards, drop in the chats. What could you use support with from a business standpoint? So we can have a conversation about how we've either navigated a space or where we found great resources. So we can also be here for you in that sense as well.
We
Mhm.
most certainly. All right,
Mhm.
Shireen, get ready to check us out.
All righty. All righty.
Check us out, y'all. So It's your healthy habits and lifestyle coach, Joe Bonnie, and I help those with endometriosis and polycystic ovary syndrome reduce chronic pain, eliminate stress, and minimize irregular or heavy periods. In the description of my video, you have a link to my anti-inflammatory guide, y'all. It covers my M to the third degree healing empowerment formula mindset, how to take care of yourself, sleep hygiene, stress management. Then it also goes into mindful eating, fruits, vegetables, um, herbs, spices that help with reducing inflammation in the body, and then movement. Just get your movement on. You don't got to hit 10,000 steps like Carla's going to do again tomorrow. You can just get your movement on. Walk, dance,
No
jig,
pressure, Carla.
jig, jig if you have to, but get the guide. Also, if you want to support the brand, you have the link to my Shopify to get some merch, as well as if
Mm-hmm.
you ever feel like pelvic pain, horrible periods, I got some devices and products on there to help with reducing pain as well. So check those out. And again, episode 42 dropped of the Empowered Plates, Empowered Lives podcast with Natasha, a physical therapist. Always ate well, had a healthy lifestyle. She's into fitness too. But
Mm-hmm.
she was getting some pain, but her hair started falling out. She has an alopecia
Mm-hmm.
and fibroid story and journey that she shared on the podcast. And she got with a holistic hair coach and went the integrative route to realize deeply it was a gut issue the entire time. And she thought it was
Mm-hmm.
always low iron, but guess what? It was her gut. And because her gut wasn't right, it wasn't taking in all the spinach and kale that she always ate every single day, because her gut wasn't able to do it. So she had to get really into it. And so y'all go check out episode 42. But most importantly, I appreciate y'all for just coming and vibing with me and Shireen. But that's my 4 vibration spiel. What you got, Shireen?
Well, yesterday, what day is it today? Thursday. So, yesterday we dropped episode 21 and we met with the largest feminine care brand in Canada, Le Fuck. And I'm not swearing, Le Fuck. And it was an amazing conversation. It is a long one. I even had to make a separate video just of certain clips so you could see what the conversation, just as like a teaser, but really it's feminine products for women who love to have sex. And I think it's about time we normalize having sex, right? And the products that's going to keep our vaginas healthy. And so she has some great products, whether you want to tighten up because you've had, maybe because of your kids, like, because of childbirth, or maybe because of something else. And you just want to feel a little tighter, or you want to feel a little wetter, or you're just looking for something to clean. These are all natural things, right? And so in our community, we don't really talk as openly as we should about it. And what I love about her is her marketing is very direct. It is very vulgar, but everything is 100% natural. It is all herbs. So you can actually get a herb that can help you tighten up. And you're thinking, can it really? Yes, it can. So you definitely want to check out, if you're not following me on YouTube, go on over to YouTube, check out the Black Print Calm channel. That is where you'll find my podcast, Voices and Vibes. You will see all about this long conversation we had. The first 45 minutes is so juicy. You're going to be like, how did you guys talk for this long? What are you talking about? We're talking about her products. We're talking about her business. We're talking about how to scale a business. So those are things that kind of feed back into you, and you can take it for your own personal ventures. But also, someone so successful also talks about how she even experienced imposter syndrome up to today. And I'm like, how does the millionaire experience imposter syndrome? It just doesn't sound like it makes any sense. But she is a Black woman out here doing amazing things, big things. And I definitely think it's something that we should be talking about normally. So um, it's out there. That's episode 21. It's pretty awesome. You can also check out blackprint.com for other products. And if you are in Canada, don't know, and you want to create a podcast and you do not know how to do that, you do not know where to start, you don't have the money, you think people won't listen to what you have to say. Do you even have a message? My dear, somebody out there is your audience. So follow us on Perspective Studio Productions, and you'll learn more about podcasting. You'll learn more about just coming into our studio. You can check out our website just for either renting the space, or you can kind of reach out to us. And I think when we come back from this summit, because I'll get some more learnings, I'm going there with 2 caps on, studio cap owner on, as well as podcaster. So I'm definitely going there to get a wealth of information to come back and make my business even better so I can service you as well. So that's what I got. I think that covers everything from my side. Yeah. Yeah. And so I pulled our last, sorry, go ahead.
I love, and then the thing about podcasts, when you said about your audience, like the audience will come. You just have to continue to speak, talk your talk, and show up, and
Absolutely.
eventually people will come. Like podcasting is a long term play, and
Mhm.
so just keep getting your reps in, and just keep figuring out how to amplify your voice the best way, and the people will come. And the
They
beautiful
will
thing
come.
about podcasting is you can make an episode today, and it's going to be valuable for
Tomorrow.
someone 5 years from now. So it's content that's always there because you put it out in the world. So just keep planting the seeds, keep using your voice, and it's going to grow and flourish, and it's going to reach the right person in due time. So I just wanted to say that part when you said audience, but I absolutely love that for you, Shireen. And you talked about your products.
Yeah, I said you could check out the blackprint.com site.
Okay,
But
that sounds
what I want to
good.
mention is I was also featured on somebody else's podcast. I think he's dropping his episodes today. I
Come
didn't
on,
see the
podcast, Gas. You on a
yeah.
tour?
He filmed in my studio, and so that's the Hustle Over Everything podcast. Yeah, which is pretty awesome. So he told me today it's releasing. I didn't see it as yet. I didn't see the collab, but if you're following us, you can find out a little bit about behind the scenes with me, why I got started, how I got started. Honestly,
I
a couple
love
questions.
that.
There's
Girl,
a couple of
only your
questions.
story.
There's a
People need
couple
to
of
see
questions that had me feeling antsy just being on a podcast. So, you starting a podcast is one thing, but then as you grow, people will recognize you as a brand, as a host. You'll get invited on other podcasts, and it's like it's a new world if you're not accustomed to being vulnerable, right? So you'll grow in different ways. So if you're interested in podcasting or just expressing yourself, like anybody that's within the Canada area or in Toronto on the east end of the city, where I forgot to this part, we're actually doing a summer camp for girls. And in our studio, and it's a half day one, and from girls 8 to 16. And it's really about building your confidence. So we're going to explore visual arts. We're going to explore podcasting. We're going to explore photography. And we're also going to explore improv. So there's fun in expressing yourself. And really the underlying theme is building confidence for young women, young ladies. Yeah. That's that. So I got our card. You ready to go?
I'm ready to
Our
go with
card is called Breathe.
Mm.
One day, one step, one breath at a time. And I think that goes with why we Russian.
It did.
I know.
That was a great ending to our beginning. That was
It really
Breathe.
was.
One more time.
Oh. One day, one step, one breath at a time.
I love it.
Yeah.
I
think it's for everyone. Yeah. All right, folks.
Y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Herbal Tea Thursday. Where today there were no herbal to the tea, but I got my
tea.
coconut
The
water.
tea was everything we gave.
Spilled the tea on how to make sure you continue to live in abundance and recognize that every single day. So yeah, we would love y'all. We thank you. If you are watching this after we already streamed it, don't forget to drop your wellness win. Don't forget to answer that first question about what you feel like you've been rushing. And just know we love y'all and we appreciate y'all for vibing with us.
And don't forget to subscribe to both channels so you can tap into all the conversations.
Thank you, Carla. Keep getting those steps in, girl. Keep
Thank
walking
you.
towards a better you. Let's go.
Bye, everyone.